It's really a great pleasure to welcome Run Almog from Infi. Run, thank you.
People seek to be understood and engaged with on their terms. But digitization has removed the human factor, leaving consumers apathetic and disengaged. Integrating empathy into digital transformation has the power to capture the hearts and minds of customers. Only those who truly understand their customers can create captivating experiences to drive revenue in the digital era. By understanding the personalities of millions of customers, you can build intimacy, trust, and loyalty to cement the ultimate brand, customer relationship. Together, we can elevate the path of digital transformation. Together, we can create authentically humanized experiences in the virtual world. Welcome to the Infi era.
Infi is reflecting the human mind into a digital world. It's a human operating system of states, traits, motives that drive our individual lives, relying on over 100 man-years of research by really top talent experts in the fields of artificial intelligence and psychology. We made some tremendous accomplishments, and for the first time, we're able to look beyond what people are doing and understand why are they doing it. For the first time, in a digital way, we are able to pinpoint on the human motive for action. From this point onwards, this man-machine experience is going to become a lot more personalized, a lot more human. Now, this might sound like singularity. Yeah, it's a big word, a little bit scary, very interesting. I'll try to explain. I'll break it down into two pillars. Looking at this curve, this technology evolution curve, whenever on that curve, the angle of the curve is far greater than the angle of the previous period, then it's a sign, one of the signs of singularity. It means that looking backwards and looking forwards is not the same thing. I like to call it, the future is not what it used to be. It's a trivial statement. I'll give an example. Data technology is something that from inception and until global penetration has taken several years, a decade, a little bit more. On the other hand, automotive technology. Again, global penetration from inception until then, hundreds of years. And still, these are two technologies which are within what we call the modern era. But there are 3 orders of magnitude of a difference in between. 12 years ago, Apple launched the iPhone. Within under a decade, the smartphone has become an inevitable part of our lives. You all have it, right? If you don't have it in your pocket, you're holding it now in your hand, right? So some would say it's an extension of our body. I say it's an extension of our mind. And why is that? Every gesture, every indication, every motion that we do with the phone is being registered by the phone, as opposed to every other bodily function that we're doing. Another indication of singularity is that technology is driving technology. Evolution in one field is enabling evolution in another field. We have heard this in many cases even today. This is exactly where Infi is relying. This capability of the smartphone is the driver, the basis for what Infi can do. So, singularity, are we, this audience, going to live to see it? It's already happening. Now, I mentioned data technology. So what is that anyway? Data technology is all about taking virtual world resources and converting this into real world value. In a nutshell, that's what data technology is about. Big data analysis, big data analytics. It's taking a collection of information from individuals such as ourselves, millions, hundreds of millions, into a big bulk of data, and then breaking this big bulk of data into segments, subsegments, groups and subgroups, and then taking me, the individual, and mapping me into one of these groups with the purpose of predicting the future behavior of that group. Predicting future behavior is something very valuable, easy. But it's given an indication of the future behavior of the group based on the past behavior of the group. There are two caveats here, two wrongs. First, it's not looking at me specifically, the individual, Run Almog. I did something in the past. It's not indicative to this, and I'm going to do something in the future. Now I'm being grouped in to some kind of a tribe, and the algorithm is expecting me to behave like the rest of the tribe. The second flaw is that it's looking backwards in order to predict the future. What we just said a minute ago, the future is not what it used to be. So two wrongs don't make a right, and big data has its caveats. Is it good? Of course it's good. We're all using it. We're all enjoying it in a way. But data technology has taken us to the next level because it's not perfect. And the next level is this: machine learning. What is that anyway? It's about defining a model, a computerized model, and then selecting some examples. So men defines a model, and then men select the examples. And the purpose of the examples is to educate the model so that for the next time when it faces new challenges, new questions, the model will be able to provide a humanized answer. That's the logic of machine learning. Is it better than big data? Yes. Is it the best thing out there? Until now, it was. Infi is providing the next layer, the next evolution of this data revolution. How much data is there? A lot, a lot. Each and every one of us touches our phones thousands of times per day, over 1 million times per year. This ability that Infi has to harvest this gold field of information is by itself a revolution. This ability to understand who the person is, we heard a little bit about this earlier on, to understand who the person and if this person is actually who we think he is. That's the Infi capability. Now, it gives an indication, it gives us the ability to kind of look into people's minds and understand who they are and what's their human motivation for action. Now, at this point, you could be asking, you should be asking, did we just take privacy and throw it out the window? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We crossed all the boxes. GDPR, check. California Act of Privacy, check. App Stores compliances, check. Check. There are 3. So we did all of that, but that's not the question. Data technology has taken something from us. It brought us more and more towards this man-machine interface, but it's taken also something from us, and that's that human touch. For the first time, with data technology, this value, this real-world value, is not only in the hands of the providers, you, as companies, as businesses, but also to the side of the user. Now it's you again, but as individuals. Your wives, your husbands, your children, your parents. They will be the ones benefiting from this Infi experience. Where, you should ask yourself, everywhere. Everywhere where you will have a man-machine experience, an interface, Infi will be able to add value. Now, probably a lot of things going through your mind, so I'll give a few examples. The banking industry. A bank is a facility whose sole purpose or general purpose is to provide loans to people. This is how banks make money. The funny thing is that most people that apply for a loan with a bank are being rejected. And why? Because they are from the wrong age group, because they live in the wrong place, because they are working in the wrong jobs. All of these are real reasons. None of these reasons have to do with the person himself. If the bank in addition to all of his BI systems, had the ability to ask an oracle, will this person, Run Almog, will he return a loan? Yes or no? If this oracle would provide an honest answer, the whole changes the rules of the entire game. And this is where Infi is. The next example is coming from the world of insurance. Once again, is this candidate for insurance an insurance risk? Yes or no? It has nothing to do with the amount of accidents that this person has done before. It has to do with how impulsive he is, with how aggressive he is, with how much of a risk taker is he. If he's all of that, don't sell this guy insurance. Or even better, increase his premium, make more money out of him. And if he's not, give him a discount. Keep him as your customer, because the next round is going to go to the competition. So increase your retention. That's for insurance. Insurance, banks, it's all commerce. Specifically for e-commerce, the holy grail of e-commerce is personalization. And again, we've heard about this several times already today. There is a glass ceiling in e-commerce that's roughly a 4% conversion rate. And why is that? Because when I'm entering into an e-commerce website, I don't feel welcomed. I'm being put inside a chamber, keep on echoing the same messaging. This filter bubble or overfitting, it doesn't matter how you want to call it. It's the same impact. I'm being grouped. I'm not the individual. My final example is coming to show that it's not all about the money. Think of having a personalized health assistant whose purpose is to increase medical treatment adherence. Trivial. We're working already in the UK with the purpose of reducing death cases caused by cardiovascular diseases by 30%, 30, within 5 years. That's 15,000 lives, 15,000 people's lives saved every year. It's not just about the money. It's about making a change in society. And it's not only health. Think about an empathetic personal assistant who knows exactly who you are, who I am. I'll take myself as an example, and how to help me become my better self. Now, this is the Infi bond. Thank you.